Welcome back, students. I am your geography teacher Vandana Joshi and you are watching SST Zone. Students, in our previous video, we have studied about the hydrological cycle and evaporation process. We have also studied about the condensation process in which we have seen the different forms of condensed water as dew, mist, fog, frost, and the clouds. We already know what is cloud and what are the four different types of cloud. So today we will study about the precipitation process, in which today we will cover types of rainfall and world distribution of rainfall. So let's see what is precipitation. The total amount of rain received on a given area during a given time is measured by a rain gauge known as rainfall or precipitation, or we can say condensation of water vapors in the air in the form of water droplets and ice, and their falling on the ground is called the precipitation or rainfall. It is known as rainfall if the temperature is moderate, but if the temperature is less than 0 degree centigrade, so the condition of the precipitation is known as the snowfall. Sleet is also a kind of precipitation in which the droplets of waters are coming into the frozen raindrops. Hailstone is also another example of the precipitation. The hailstorm are also frozen water drops, but these are layered frozen water drops. The precipitation, which is also known as rainfall, may be classified into three main types on the basis of their origin. So these types are known as the convectional rainfall, number 2 cyclonic rainfall, and number 3 orographic rainfall. So let us know what are these different types and how these different types of rains are generated and at which place these are generated. So now let's see what is the convectional precipitation or convectional rainfall. When due to conduction, air near the surface at any place becomes warmer than the surrounding air, it begins to rise in the form of convection currents. As it reaches the upper layers of the atmosphere, it cools and rainfall occurs. The convection currents are normally set up in the atmosphere as a result of local heating. The currents rise up at the center and are drawn up at the side. The very rapid rising of the warm moist air result in the formation of cumulonimbus clouds, which may be several kilometers in depth and may give very heavy rain, but the rainfall does not last long. We speak of it as thunder shower rather than thunder rain. In brief, convectional rainfall occurs throughout the year in the equatorial region, where constant high temperature and high humidity produce this almost daily in the afternoon. In the temperate regions, convectional rainfalls occur in early summer, when the upper atmosphere is still cool following winter, but when the heating of the earth's surface is become active. The rainfall in the continental interiors in early summer is mainly of this type. If we talk about the orographic rainfall, rain which is caused by the mountains standing in the path of moisture-laden air is known as orographic rainfall. The moisture-laden air is forced to rise, which gets cooled, and if sufficient water vapors in present, rain occurs on the windward slide. Substantial amount of orographic rainfall are produced by mountain range. This type of rainfall is the result of a vertical uplift of a moisture-laden air stream by a topographic barrier. The orographic rainfalls that occurs on the Western Ghat, southern slope of the Himalayas and the Great Plains of India during the rainy season are some of the good example of this. Next is cyclonic rainfall or cyclonic precipitation. Already we have studied about the cyclonic rainfall and how it is generated. That is, we have studied in the cyclones. Then again, when hot and hurried air mass meets a cloud, the warm air tries to enter the cold air at the frontal region, but the cold air pushes the warm air from below. This moves the warm air on the cold air mass and warm air begins to ascend. The water vapors of the warm humid air mass and warm air mass are condensed in the ascent of the air mass and rainfall occurs. This rainfall is due to the convergence of air mass. There is a low pressure area at the center of cyclone. The air from the surrounding high pressure area moves encircling towards the center. This air does not find place to stay at the center due to the cyclonic rotation and therefore has to rise in the atmosphere. Condensation by ascent causes the cyclonic rainfall. Let's see what is the world distribution of rainfall with the help of maps. The world distribution of precipitation is depend upon few factors as the altitudes, the climate of that particular area and the distance through the equator and the tropical areas. The mean annual precipitation for the entire earth is about 100 centimeter, but amount vary greatly from place to place and region to region. Precipitation data for the oceans are extremely limited and those for mountain range, forested regions and windswept coasts are largely estimated. At least 30 years of records for a dense network of observation stations are desirable to establish reliable climatic pattern. The world distribution of rainfall we can study in few points as number 1, in general, as we proceed from the equator towards the poles, rainfall goes on steadily decreasing. Number 2, the coastal areas of the world receive greater amount of rainfall than interior of the continents. Number 3, the rainfall is moved over the ocean's landmass. Number 4, the rain is heavier between 35 degree to 40 degree latitude in both hemispheres. Number 5, the rain is heavier on eastern coast and decreases toward the west. Number 6, the rain is greater on the windward side than the leeward side. Apart from the average annual rainfall, the seasonal variation of precipitation is also very important. The conditions for precipitation in a region do not exist in the same combination throughout the year. Even the monsoon circulation brings more striking seasonal contrast, producing wet summer as wind blows on shores and dry winters when the circulation is reserved. Even in some regions, rainfall is distributed evenly throughout the year, such as in the equatorial belt and in the western parts of cool temperate regions. There are many factors which are affecting to the distribution of rainfall as latitude, temperature, moisture, mountain barriers, air masses and differential heating are few factors which are affecting to the world distribution of rainfall. Students, in today's topic we have studied about the precipitation and the different types of rainfall. Also we have seen the distribution of rainfall. In our next video we will see the world climate and the climate change. So, for that, keep watching SST June.